Alcohol is everywhere. Weddings, business dinners, family holidays. We use it to relax, to celebrate, to loosen up in social settings. But here's the truth. Alcohol might feel like it's helping in the moment, but it's quietly working against you. It lowers your vibration, it fogs your thinking, it drains your body, and it keeps you from your highest potential. In this video, I'm going to share how alcohol really works, physically, mentally, and energetically, why it interferes with both spiritual growth and everyday success, and what you can do if you still want to socialize without it. I'll also share my own story, because I've been there, from the teenage binge drinking to wine tastings, to the day I quit completely, and why it was one of the most freeing decisions of my life. Stick around until the end, because I'll also show you how to make a gorgeous alcohol-free version of the famous Aperol Spritz, so you can still raise a glass and feel amazing the next day. But first, if this content resonates with you, please consider liking and subscribing. It supports the work that I do and helps the content reach more people. I started drinking when I was about 15, 16 years old, like many teenagers do. I spent most of my summers in Spain, and I had many friends here, and binge drinking was just part of the culture. Later on in college, weekends meant more parties and drinking. Eventually, I got into wine culture, very sophisticated. I took tasting courses, I learned how to swirl and sniff and nod wisely. But really, what it came was a daily ritual. I was having wine with almost every dinner, even during the work week. My kids said, "Oh, mommy needs her juice." Here's the thing. Some of the poorest decisions of my life happened under the influence. Alcohol never elevated me. It numbed me. One day, I just stopped completely. And what I discovered is that clarity, energetic clarity, spiritual clarity, feels better than any glass ever did. So let's talk about what alcohol really does, because it's not just about hangovers. Physically, alcohol is a toxin. Your liver has to prioritize breaking it down above everything else, and that means digestion, hormone balance, and even your sleep cycle all take a hit. Even one drink can fragment your sleep, lower deep rest, and increase anxiety the next day. Mentally, alcohol reduces blood flow to the brain's frontal lobes. And that's the part of you that makes good decisions, sees the big picture, and follows through on goals. And that's why after a few glasses, suddenly that text you shouldn't send seems like a fantastic idea. Energetically, this is what most people never hear about. Alcohol loosens the astral body from the etheric body. For a short time, you might feel lighter, freer, like you're floating. But what really happens is your energy field is less anchored, less protected, and it leaves you open to outside influences. It creates depletion. You can get negative energy entities or thought forms penetrating into your aura. You're borrowing vitality, and later on you're going to pay it back with interest. So whether you're on a spiritual path, or you just want to do your best work, or be present with your family, feel good in your body, alcohol interferes with all of that. And if you're wondering, okay, but what about socializing? What do I do at parties, dinners, weddings? I'll get to that in just a moment. And it's easier than you think. It's important to remember that alcohol wasn't always just casual entertainment. In the ancient world, wine and fermented drinks were often treated as sacraments. They were used in ritual, in temples, and in carefully guided ceremonies. They weren't about numbing out. They were about connecting with the divine. But that changed. With distillation, alcohol became stronger. During the time of colonization, it became a tool of manipulation and control. It was introduced deliberately to populations, breaking down vitality and weakening resistance. And today, it's been completely normalized. Industries profit when we're dulled, disconnected, and less conscious of our power. So alcohol has gone from being a sacrament to a weapon to a lifestyle accessory. And that's why this conversation matters. Because when we see the bigger story, we realize it's not just a drink. It's part of a system that benefits when we are not fully awake. And here's the real point. This isn't about morality or guilt. It's about potential. Every time you drink, you're blunting your sharpness. You're lowering your vibration, and you're making your body work harder. Over time, that simply adds up. If you're an athlete, it slows down your recovery. If you're building a business, it dulls your creativity and your focus. And if you're on a spiritual path, it numbs your sensitivity to subtle energies. It opens your aura to penetration by negative entities. So it's not just that alcohol isn't good for you. It's that alcohol keeps you from your best self. The version of you that's clear, aligned, vibrant, and connected. So, let's get practical. What about socializing? For a long time, I thought, how will I ever go to parties without drinking? But it's not only possible, it's actually normal now, which is a great thing. There are alcohol-free beers everywhere. There are entire bars that specialize in mocktails. And there's even alcohol-free wines. So you can raise a glass, join the toast, and be part of the celebration without paying the price. And to prove it, let's head into my kitchen and I'll show you how to make one of my favorites. Okay, let's make a Bright Spirit Spritz, my alcohol-free twist on the Aperol Spritz. It's bright, festive, and it supports your body instead of draining it. Here's what you'll need. Sparkling water, or alcohol-free Prosecco, if you want to mimic the bubbles. A splash of fresh orange juice, which I've already juiced. Here's the other half. A dash of fresh grapefruit juice, or you can also use bottled. A little pomegranate juice for the gorgeous color. And a few drops of alcohol-free bitters or a non-alcoholic aperitif if you have it. I have this alcohol-free bitters. Fill your glass with ice, pour in your orange juice and grapefruit juice, sparkling water, just a touch of pomegranate for color, and finish with the bitters. Those are diluted bitters. So we'll stir it gently, garnish with an orange, and voila! Just like an Aperol Spritz. It tastes refreshing, and tomorrow morning you'll feel fantastic. Cheers to clarity. So here's the big picture. Alcohol is one of the most normalized substances in our culture, but that doesn't mean it's neutral. It fogs the mind, it drains the body, and it lowers the vibration. It quietly keeps us from our highest potential. For me, letting it go was a way of reclaiming my sovereignty over my life and over my energy. And here's something fun. I've put together a free guide of uplifting, easy-to-make mocktails like this one, perfect for parties or dinners or just winding down at the end of the day. You can grab it in the link below. Thank you for being here. And remember, you don't need a drink to shine. Your clarity is powerful enough. Cheers.